It is 8:08 p.m. on December the 20th, 2020, here in Salem, Indiana. I've been up here in my little loft area. Hello. Hello, Wayne. I've been up here in this little loft area. Let me flip this around. Hello. Hello. I finally got time to relax, time to myself, and it's been relaxing. Hello. Hello. Thank you. Thank you for joining me. I wasn't sure I was going to make it this long. I thought I'm just going to fall asleep. I'm so exhausted because I've been going nonstop since 9 this morning on my feet. Hello. Hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello from my heart to yours. So thank you all for joining me. Bonjour. Hello. Yes. So we'll just flip this around. Oh, you're so very welcome. You're welcome. So I've been looking on the internet, and I had mentioned something about the live video today. About, I think they have given something else a different name when it could possibly have been Planet X. I really do think that. And I think this is a pretty cool picture. I'm going to start off with seeing, I'm going to shrink the screen now that I can. I'm on my laptop. Oh, I'm going to try to shrink the screen of my laptop. I can do that. I'm going to do it. Love your videos. Well, thank you so much. So what I thought was neat, I've been looking at a lot of articles here. Look at this. This is really neat. This was Northrop Grumman, you know, a great big defense contractor. I got to shrink this a little bit more. It's still at 170%. I don't want it at 170%. So they had, wait a minute. I want to go to the other one, the one that was before that. So there was an article, here we are right here, Northrop Grumman. Okay, you know, they do teleportation. Where is Planet X? Look, this article written by Rick Robinson on June the 12th, 2020, they're saying, where is Planet X? Where is Planet X? And I can't turn my phone sideways. Hello. Where is Planet X? They say dimly lit by a far distant sun, a planet much larger than Earth may orbit in the vast outer reaches of the solar system, eluding our telescopes for more than 400 years. But its presence may leave telltale traces. And as new and more powerful probes join our space exploration armada, they got an armada up there, hello. Even the immensity of space may no longer afford Planet X a hiding place. So they're admitting, they're looking for it. They're saying it may no longer afford a Planet X a hiding space. This article was written in June of 2020, so they're starting to talk about it even more. So where is Planet X? The remains are circumstantial. The outer reaches of the solar system are a frontier that we are only just beginning to explore. Nibiru's origin, so they're telling you that it's, okay, they're saying Planet X, and now they're telling you the name of it, Nibiru. They're not denying it, they're Nibiru, they're giving it the name. Hello, let me get this right here. So they say Nibiru's origin comes from a 1976 book of amateur speculation about an ancient Sumerian astronomy. A few years later, a self-described mystic claimed that this planet, which Sumerian astronomy experts never heard of, was headed for a collision with Earth. And there's been 100 tabloid stories about the Nibiru cataclysm. But if Nibiru existed, says space.com, it should be easily visible in a small telescope, yet no astronomer has seen any hint of it. So why are they even writing an article on it? Hello. Why are they even writing an article on it. So they're talking about where is Planet X. The search for it is not new. Space has been onto it for the last, the giant outer planet goes back more than 100 years. In 1930, led to the discovery of Pluto. And they thought it was maybe the gravitational thing was attributed to the planet X. All right, so they're searching for these giant planets, okay? That's what they're searching for. Okay, so that was June the 12th of 2020. And if you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. So this is an article by Northrop Grumman, a defense contractor, talking about Planet X. Okay, that is on June the 12th. So then they write another article, which is more recent, December the 16th, Planet 9, a black hole mystery and planets beyond. So they say, is the mysterious, much searched for Planet 9, also known as Planet X, really a black hole no larger than a grapefruit? Reports to that effect cause a stir online, especially when they appear in a highly regarded science magazine. So they say Planet 9, Planet X loom bright in the popular imagination. As for black holes, they are mysterious. Then they're out there searching, and they say the arguments are inconclusive. Okay. That's what they're saying. It's all inconclusive. Let me look at this, you all. You don't trust them. Okay, so they say, so they have written an article. I'm going to close these out. I've already read those. I'm going to close them out, you all. I want to make sure I close it out, the right one. Close that out. So they first in, what was it? Earlier this year, they were searching for it in, what, June of this year or something. I've already closed it out. And then in December, they had to talk about it again. And we see that this is the orbit of Planet X. Right there, there's the orbit. Right here, it has an elongated orbit. And look, how did they figure out that this is what it looked like? How did they figure out that's what the planet looks like? Little red and stuff like that. Does it make you wonder why they planned it out? And the picture that's on the thumbnail of this looks quite similar. I'm thinking, where'd y'all get that image? And you know they got very powerful telescopes. They can go up there in the sky. They can take pictures of asteroids and stuff. They can even land their little orbital things on these asteroids. They can do that. They can do all of that. Okay. Let's look at something else. So something else was interesting. Now this is where it gets interesting for me. It really is. So they have this orbit. Y'all remember a comet Ison back in 2012 and 2013, the comet Ison, right here. We remember the comet Ison. Look at the orbit of comet Ison. It has that same type of orbit. And they say that this just vanished and it went kerplunk. It just disappeared. Comet Ison totally disappeared. Okay, but NASA had to form teams and everything. They had to study this. They poured so much money in this. And this is back in 2012 when all of this started taking place. So they had to write the life and death of Comet Ison. For self-destruction, 400 million years. So they say, yeah, all of that. The comet's downfall and blah, 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 blah. And I don't like saying that, but yeah, they had a big to-do over the comet Ison. It's nothing more than just a comet. That's all they said. And you know, I thought, no, wait a minute. I don't buy into that. I really don't buy into that. So when I was back watching it, and it was back in 2013, this was a Facebook memory of mine right here. It said, I don't even know where I found the data. Comet Ison's tail extends more than 8 million kilometers behind the comet's nucleus. That's 21 times the distance between Earth and the Moon. So I was watching it, and you know, I thought, well, this is Comet Ison, because back then in 2013, I was looking at the NASA products. I'm going somewhere with this. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. If you're just tuning in, I promise you I am going somewhere with this. So, you know, I'm sitting there thinking, okay, here was in 2013, NASA felt inclined that they had to track Comet Ison right here. Look at that. It was this little pink square. And, you know, here it is right here. They tracked it. And the date is 2013, 11/21 at 1700 hours. Okay, so they're tracking the comet Ison and all of that. And they tracked it daily. It was on the news. Everybody was watching Comet Ison. Everybody was watching Comet Ison back then. Wonder what would happen because the whole world would watch it. They would. And they've got some pretty pictures of the comet. They had to take pictures of the comet like this. They formed a team. NASA formed a team to study this because it was really, 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 really interesting. It really was. You know what? I've got my camera pointing right up there. Look at these lights I got up there. I got these lights up here stuck above my monitor, and I'm pointing them up there. That's kind of funny, but it's not really that funny. So, okay, we're going to go back to that picture, you all. If Comet Ison was nothing, okay, they're saying really it truly was nothing. Watch this. So look at this date right here. 2013. I'm turning the slide off, you all. Please bear with me. I'm going somewhere. I promise you I am going somewhere. If I can turn off that light up there. So 2013 on November the 21st at 1700, we see that they are tracking Comet Ison. It had a strange elliptical orbit. We saw the orbit that it had. Okay, let me take you to the orbit that it had. They said it had. This is the orbit that it had, and I find it strange. It has the same orbit that Nibiru or Planet X has. The same type of orbit. Okay, and it was pretty important for them because they had to track it. So when it made it on their radar right there, here it is right there. They're tracking it. This is the timestamp 2013, 11/21/1700. Okay, this is what I shared from way back then. So I come over here to this NASA website at the exact same timestamp. I just now pulled it up. 2013, 11/21/1700. You see that they're tracking it. It's nowhere on here at all. They've taken it off of here, you all. They've taken this trajectory path of this Comet Ison off of here. It's no longer on there. But yet it was so important to track it because I took the snapshot of it. There it is right there. They were tracking it. It's supposed to be right there. Let's see if it's right there on here. Nope, no sign of it. They made it totally disappear. They took it off their radar. That's what they did. They took it off their radar. And with them taking it off their radar, here it is. Here's the snapshot that I took, the screenshots of it. Right there. I think Comet Ison just so happens to be Planet X. I really do. That's what I think it is. They took it off of there. Even though they were tracking it, it's nowhere to be seen. They've taken it off completely. And I'm thinking, why did you all have to take it off? And why did you have to throw all this manpower studying it for the whole world to see? Why did you have to do that? And then when you put your product back up, you totally just erase it from there because it's already made its orbit. So it didn't do nothing that time it passed by the sun, I think. I think it's like going around and around and around. That's what I think it's doing. It's just getting closer and closer. And it's here, and they're hiding it completely. That is, that's what I think was happening. I really think that's what was happening. That's what they did because it should be showing up on there because I have the exact timestamp, the exact same timestamp on my phone. This was it right here. Totally the exact same. It was important for them back then, but yet they removed it. It's supposed to be right there. It is now gone. And there you see they were typing it. They tried to erase it from history is what they tried to do. They tried to erase it from history. This is its orbit right here. This is the Planet X orbit. It's an elongated orbit. That's what it is, an elongated orbit. Right here, this was a pretty interesting picture also. Look at this, Nibiru, and I cannot change my phone to landscape. Look at that, Tiamat is a moon of it. Look at that, Tiamat, Lizemu, Lahamu, I can't even say those names, but look at that. This was pretty neat, and I can't change it sideways. maybe if I turn my phone really fast, it's going to tell me to landscape it, but you all still might be able to see it. So you all could probably see it. There it is like that. Okay, you can screenshot it. But they've got the same orbit. That's my whole point. They've got the same orbit. So, no, it did not die. The life and death of Comet Ison. It's because it wasn't Comet Ison. You gave it another name. You gave it Comet Ison when it was more likely the Planet X. It really was. Look at all this. Boom. All of this data. Something else. I'm going to let you all watch this if I can. I put it in my, I recorded a movie. We're going to see if we can watch it, if it's in my quick access. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Just pause right here.
It's Matt Rogers. It's now the
I'm trying to
2000.
I'm gonna pause it. This is was on a news story by Matt Rogers. Okay, let's see if we can watch this. Let me see this. That is me. Can y'all see me in the dark? I can see you. So watch this. He's talking.
17. And we have to continue to speak up about these intruders in these times. As these objects, these heavenly bodies are in our solar system. We have to speak out because still the media are saying nothing. They still chemtrail our skies to hide the truth. Nibiru has millions of miles of trash comets. It's dragging everything with it. And we are starting to see this ash and dust that's coming into our atmosphere. It's affecting our sun.
And that's about all I'm going to play from it. But something else that I saved when I spoke about this, how it had Comet Ison had a tail. Its tail extends 8 million kilometers behind the comet's nucleus. And does anyone on here have the length of the tail of Planet X? I heard it has a giant debris tail, and I could not find the length of its giant debris tail. Does anyone know it? How long the tail is supposed to be? My sky at my house, if I was to go out right now, is completely clear. I think it was before I came up here. Yeah, please put the video on your page. Yeah. Does anyone know how long that debris tail is supposed to be of this Planet X? Because that's what they said about Nibiru. That's how long the Nibiru tail was supposed to be. Okay, and here it is. Look at this. I think this may be Ison today on November 16th, because whenever this would show up, they would show it up on their thing. It's millions, okay, I think it's one and the same. I really do, and NASA removed it from its product. They list it, but you can't see it. You're not allowed to see it because they don't want you to see it. Okay, that's more or less, they don't want you to see it at all. At all, they don't. And see, look right here. Here it was also on January the 24th in 2013. Here is the Comet Ison also. It's right here. There it is listed up there. But there's nothing of it on the NASA website at all. You haven't seen something big and dangerous will happen. Well, something might happen. And others people say, well, nothing's going to happen. They do say that. They say nothing's going to happen. But you can go to the NASA website. Let me see what signet this is. So if you come, I don't know what signet I've got up. Plane density, velocity, ecliptic. Look at this. So ecliptic. You can go to the iswa.gsfc.nasa.gov. And you can, one of these, I forget which one it is. Oh, it's on this signet right here. Let's find it. Planetary spacecraft. Go to the 4. Go to the 4 is what you do. And you drop down this menu. I'm going to show you how to do it. Drop down the menu because it's going to be 2020. So what you do is you drop down the menu, you go up here, and you just keep scrolling because you can go forward, you can go backwards. But I went to 2013 because that's what I had. And I just typed in, you can do November. You have to punch in a number, okay? And you want to do at least 300 frames. That's as much as you can go, 300 frames and 20 frames. Click apply. And within a matter of seconds, this will start loading. But I think it's interesting. I think it's interesting that they list it and they no longer show it on there at all. And you think they would show its projected path since it has a elongated path, just like, let's see, this right here, one and the same. And let's not forget the dust, the Sahara dust that keeps flying around with the iron oxide in it. That's getting heavier and heavier, thicker and thicker as it travels around the globe. The age of Aquarius is coming. Yeah. And I'm just going to say, I don't really study this at all. I like to share the pictures of the UFO ships and stuff that I take, or the beautiful celestial beings in the sky. I'm just showing you what I found. That's all I'm doing. And I would encourage you, you can go search. You can go search. Look at this. The end of the world, that's me. The end of the world is coming, but not like we think. Forbes.com. Why are you writing an article like that, Forbes? That's in 2017, but not from Nibiru. Okay, well, why you got that? Look at that. Christian numerology, just to be clear. I don't know what they're talking about. By that time, it says, a cosmic time scale, the end of times of Earth, is really been set in motion. Eventually, our sun is going to expand and become a supergiant and either boil and engulf all life on our planet. But the process is going to take billions of years, and we're going to be gone by then. Well, why they got to write something like that on there? I don't want to see it. I do not. I don't want to see their little thing. But you know, there's all kinds of. You want to come on here? There's all kinds of. When they have to literally flood the internet with pictures like this, you know that there has to be truth to it. Okay, there has to be some kind of truth to it. It's not all myth. It's not, you all. And that's about all I have to say on the subject. That's it. It's not all myth. You all are, yeah, you can find it. See, this is good because you all can put your information on here. You can share what you all have got going on. And I think Great Britain is you're all getting ready to exit the Brexit. December the 31st is your deadline. And when that happens, I think I heard it's going to send the markets tumbling. It's going to set off a whole lot of things with the Brexit exit. Yeah, so I know you all you got a lot going on over there. You really do. Nibiru, bigger than Earth, how many times? Around 5 times. Some say 6, some say 10. There's no telling. Yeah, there really is no telling how big it is at all. The dawning of the age of Aquarius, and they wrote a song. This is the age of Aquarius. That's all I know of it. Yeah. Behold cometh in the clouds. Yeah. You know, they also said, someone wrote in the comment section, they said that Nibiru is not really a planet. It's a red dragon. And they've been studying this for a long time, that Nibiru is like a red dragon. That's what it is. That's that red dust. That's the red dragon. Well, in Revelation, it says the dragon, with its tail, it swept away 1/3 of the stars and hurled them to earth, is what it said about the dragon. It swept 1/3 of the stars away with its tail, and it hurled it to the earth, and I think that's when the fireballs come down. So I guess you could say that that was like a giant with a great big red tail, dragon. A dragon, a black hole, Twain. Oh, I thought you meant Mark Twain. Black hole, Mark Twain. Did Mark Twain speak of a black hole? Yeah, that's what it says in revelation, but you know, this is, I don't know, this was not what they said it, trying to make it off. This was something much bigger because the news was showing it, everybody was showing it, and I was tracking it, and it's got that elongated thing. And it disappeared for time being. It disappeared is what it did. That's all it did. It just totally disappeared out of view. And you see, they don't show it on here anymore, when indeed it was there. You told your soul is a dragon. Yeah. So that's what it says. A great dragon up there and swept away a third of the stars with its tails. And the waters became bitter. Or maybe that was when the whoever poured his bow out. Something about the waters and whatever. All of that. Yeah, I'm sure the earth is going to get cleansed. Leviathan, yeah. Uh, Gabar Adama. I hope you understand that there are Israelites among you. You know, there's a scripture. It says, a Jew is not a Jew if he is one outwardly. No, a Jew is a Jew if he is one inwardly. Well, that's like if you claim to be an Israelite Jewish person or something, it's on the inside, a consecrated heart on the inside. Your heart needs to be consecrated and pure, of unconditional love, L-O-V-E, let's say it, L-O-V-E, right there on the inside. Any less than L-O-V-E, then I don't know about it. I really don't. But I know that love is the most powerful force on the face of the earth, and it's the very most important thing. Yes, I love it. Thank you, CK. I love it. Right there on the inside, love. And it has many byproducts. It has compassion, kindness, gentleness, peacefulness, joy, forgiveness. That comes with love. Forgiveness. You ain't going to have no hatred with it. You're not going to have no slander with it. You're not going to have no foul mouth. You're not going to have the degrading of another or the belittling of another. With if you've got this love in you, you ain't going to have a desire to want to do any of that. You're not going to want to look down on others, think you're higher than somebody else. You're not going to do that. If you truly have this divine love on the inside, the most purest form of God, of source, of all that is good on the inside, you're not going to want to do that. You're not going to want to speak down and belittle and think you're better than anybody else. You're not going to want to do it, because you're going to want the best for humanity, for everyone. And you are going to try your best to build people up and encourage them to keep going, to keep striving, to be all that they can be and do all the good that they can do and be peaceful on the inside. You're going to encourage them to heal and all of that. That's what it's going to be. I don't know how I got on that, but yeah, that's how I feel. Out of the overflow of the mouth, the heart speaks. It's all about love, you all. It is. Everything has got to be done in love. It does. Whoo! Yeah. They say, oh man, 3,600. That's right. Thank you for writing that. Randy Herbert, 3,600, because there was something that was slipped into an article and they used the word 3,600 in it, is what they did. They were speaking about the comet Ison and they used that word in it, but they weren't talking about the 3,600 years. They were talking about 3,600 something in it, and I think I closed out the article on here. I'm trying to get to it. I really am. Well, now they're talking about the big impact right now of Morgan Freeman, the 1998 movie, debunking Comet Ison, and they're talking about Deep Impact when Morgan Freeman was in there, and there was a great big terrible truth. The U.S. government known for a year that a doomsday comet is headed straight toward Earth with Hollywood CGI destruction sure to follow. The scenario is explainable, extremely implausible, they said, but Morgan Freeman could not keep it secret. Yeah, so they're talking about that. There was a code used in one of these articles, and they said something with the number 3,600, but they weren't talking. Look at this. So here, look at this. Why would they write this in here? There, Ison will roast more than 2,000 degrees Celsius, harder than 3,600 degrees. I think this is a key word they put in there because it hasn't been around here for 3,600 years. And look, they had to put this code in here, 3,600 degrees. I think this is a code. That's what I think it is. So yeah, thank you. That's what I wanted to point out in there, and I didn't know how to do it. That's what I think they put a code in there. And someone said it just isn't hyperbole. We're going to go to town on it, and we're going to learn a lot about it. They're talking about the comet Ison, is what they're talking about. You have John Hopkins University coordinating an international observing campaign on that comet Ison, because it is very important. John Hopkins University, and there it is right there, passing 7,500,000 miles, 3,600 degrees, and it comes around every 3,600 years. Yeah. Well, let them mock. Let them mock. They've been doing it since the beginning of creation. Just let them mock, because they don't have love inside right here. If they want to go mocking, just ignore them. It's not worth your energy being wasted on them. You don't want to waste your energy on them. You are not. Love can, I like that. Love cannot, let me see. Love cannot endure indifference like a lamp. It needs oil, another heart as its flame burns low. Nah, I can't resonate with that, but yeah. The universe does listen to our speech. John Hopkins is E.T. Worth, Texas, Dallas, Texas. Focus on the positive love and light, yes. Hello, you all. And I'm sorry, sometimes I get a little riled up on the inside of here. When I feel something within my spirit, I will get a little riled up. I apologize if I've offended anyone or stepped on anybody's toes, because that's not my intention. It is not. It's snowing in Alaska. We're supposed to get really cold here come Christmas, 13 degrees. Yeah, so if you're all just tuning in, I think that the comet Ison was indeed Planet X. And then as it made its pass around, that was back in 2013 when I was tracking it. And then the news went hush up. You didn't hear nothing else about it. It was all in the news. Comet Ison was, it was all over the place in 2013, all over the news channels. And then all of a sudden it got squashed. That's it. Nothing else happened. It disappeared. Yeah. Michael Gamps, draining of energy. 5D, here we go. Your DNA will not just activate, it's a process. Yeah, it is a process. Growing is a process. It is. And sometimes healing takes a long time. Goodbye, 3D. Someone explained it to me like this. It's like you've been traveling down this two-lane highway all your life, going down the one side, the one lane all your life, and then all of a sudden you have a shift inside your heart's center. Then you just get in the other lane, and you're no longer in that lane, and what used to bother you before in that lane no longer bothers you again, because you are able to get in that other lane and just go straight past it. You don't have to stay in that same lane. It's a shift in your consciousness. It's a shift on the inside of your heart. Your heart's like a magnet, someone said. It is. I believe it is. Love is everything. It really is. You know, they say if you had just one wish, what would that wish be? They ask people that. If you had one wish, what would that be? I wish that everybody truly loved each other unconditionally on the inside of here. If we truly did, the world would be a better place. It would truly be a miracle. Because when you have love, everything else follows. It does. You don't got room for jealousy. You don't have room for anything else that's negative. You don't, because you're too busy with all the different byproducts that come from love. Okay, you are. It just keeps flowing and flowing and flowing out of you. Yeah. Love will manifest. It is. Um, oh my gosh, you all, I gotta go. I really gotta go. My arm's getting tired and I'm getting drained of my energy. I was already tired, but energy does travel through through the airways, through the internet, through the Wi-Fi. It travels all over. It travels through our systems itself. Yeah, love it is the most important thing on the face of the earth. It is. Thank you, Crazy Clayton. You're very welcome. Thank you. I try. I try my best. I do with what I've got. May peace be with all of you all too, and I hope you have a wonderful evening. And thank you for coming on here. Yeah, thank you.